Hello and welcome to this week's Yin. Just take your time and find a comfortable position on your mat, allowing body and mind to make that transition from whatever has been going on throughout the day today, throughout the week so far, and just gently, gradually, just making that shift to here and now. And just allowing your body to find the ground. And as you're there, you can start by noticing your points of contact. Allowing the back of the head to find the ground underneath. Allowing the back of your rib cage to find support. Allowing the back of the pelvis to find support. And either finding the area along the back of the legs or the soles of your feet. And just having that feeling of letting go, really, all the stresses, all the worries of the day, just letting go. And just allowing that transition to be smooth and slow. It's not that we press a button and it happens. It takes time. So just take that time and allow your body and mind to slowly settle into that idea of resting and resetting. And gradually you can start shifting the attention to the breath. Finding the expansion as you're breathing in. Finding that release as you're breathing out. Finding softness. Starting from where you are, we can begin gently moving the body, moving fingers and toes and hands and feet, stretching arms and stretching legs, opening, expanding, twisting, turning, reaching, and just feeling your body. Just really noticing how it is to be in your body today, right now. And you can keep stretching and opening, expanding and releasing, contracting. But most of all, just breathing softly and gently. And eventually we're going to bring both knees all the way in close to the chest, give them a hug, and just start rolling from side to side. Just gently rolling from side to side, easing the lower back, allowing all the tension, all the carrying of the day to just let go. Lovely. And from there, we're just finding center, taking a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the head, forehead coming up towards your knees. And just hold it there. For 3, and 2, and 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, we're letting the head release and come down. And we're going to roll both legs over to the right. Let the left arm open to the left, bringing on any kind of support for your left shoulder or your left knee, anything like a cushion or something that will provide the right support. The whole idea is to not keep the arm sort of pushing downwards. You can just easily place something underneath like a blanket and let that shoulder stay supported. If it's still too high, you can always bend the elbow and place your left hand onto your rib cage. So that way you'll have an extra kind of support there. And just hold it. Find the breath. Find the opening. Find the release with every out breath. And we're just softening. Taking the time to allow the body to adjust. And noticing that as the time goes by, it becomes easier and easier for the body to release. The more you establish the points of contact, the easier it becomes for the body to release. And from there, taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just go ahead and bring it all the way back to the center. Again, gently rolling from side to side, easing, releasing the lower back. Nice. And the next time you roll the legs to the left, just let them fall over to the left. Right arm opens to the right. And you can turn the eyes to look over to the right, or you can stay looking up, or whatever works. And again, you can change the support accordingly now to your right shoulder and right knee. And just stay. Taking deep breaths, and with the out breath, just allowing everything to soften just a bit more. Taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, coming all the way back to center. Again, gently rolling from side to side, easing that lower back. From there, just holding your knees close. As you're there, you can take your arms from the inside of the legs and go grab the big toes with your index middle finger going through and your thumbs going from the outer side. And you've got that holding, and you just let the legs loose. So think of your knees trying to reach your armpits in a way. And just staying there in the happy baby pose. Nice. And gradually you can start exploring by extending one leg at a time to the range that you feel it's doable today. Nice. We're not going for a full stretch. We're just warming it all up, checking it, noticing where it goes, where it doesn't go, and just keep swapping, moving one leg, swapping to the other. The 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Coming all the way back to center, releasing both knees. Softly bring them back to the center, flexing both feet. Inhale, squeezing knees towards the chest. On the exhale, we go and extend both legs, heels pointing up towards the ceiling or the sky. Nice, and hold it there, feet flexed. Nice stretch for the back of the legs. Now let's go for a little flexing, pointing. For 5. Allow it to be smooth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And from there, just start a little cycling. Lovely. Reaching all the way up and traveling slowly as far down as possible, just making sure that the pelvis stays connected to the ground. Great. The 3 and 2 and 1. That's lovely. And taking both knees in again towards the chest. Roll from side to side. And bring it all the way over to, let's say, the right side. So taking it over to the right side. Great. From there, we're going to let the right leg extend, left leg sort of crossing over all the way down, right arm extending to the front, left arm coming above the head. So we initiate a little side stretch, twisty thing. So left leg crossing over, left knee crossing over, right arm goes through, left arm reaches towards the top of the mat above the head. And just holding it. Nice. For 3 and 2 and 1. From there, we're going to bend that right knee and reach with the left hand to grab the right foot. Holding it there. And now, optional, you could go ahead and extend the left leg. And you can either go and try to reach that left foot, left knee, anything left with your right hand, or you can let the right arm extended. Either way, it works here. Nice, holding it. Feeling that stretch along your right thigh. for 3, and 2, and 1. Lovely. Letting it all release. Coming all the way back to center and moving it over to the left, to the other side. So from there, left arm comes forwards, left knee crosses over, right arm extends towards the top of the mat above the head. And just staying there for a bit. You want to feel a nice side stretch to begin with, and a nice twist that goes down towards the lower part of the spine. Just holding it there for 3. And 2. And 1. And optional again, you can go ahead and bend that left knee, reach your right hand back towards that foot, and grab that left foot. Holding it for 3. And 2. And 1. And from there, just go ahead, optional again, and extend that right leg. And you can grab your right foot with your left hand, or you can grab the right knee, or anywhere, or just let that left arm loose. Holding it for 3. And 2. And 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, we're letting everything release. Nice. And we're going to roll and bring it all the way over to a nice table. So hands, knees coming onto the ground, spreading the fingers wide, good contact with the ground underneath. Now let's go for the cat-cows. So inhale, letting the pelvis drop, eyes turn to look out. Exhale, taking the tail in, sending your back back. Inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, back, back. Inhale, opening. Exhale, back. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. 2 more, open. Exhale, back. Last one, opening. And exhale, back. Nice, come and find center. And from there, hips will stay on top of the knees. And just go ahead and bring the forearms onto the ground. And slowly you can start walking your hands towards the top of the mat. And just allowing your forehead to come down. You can place maybe a book or yoga block if your head cannot reach down, so that you have that support, so that the head can release, so that the neck and shoulders can release. And if you find that you're going too far down, you can always turn the head sideways so it doesn't put tension onto your neck. And just staying there for 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly, you can start coming back all the way to the table. Go ahead and tuck the toes under, take the knees off the ground, and start transitioning to a version of your downward dog, whatever feels best for now. Your knees can be slightly bent, your heels can be off the ground gently if you'd like. Just, start activating that movement from the hip joints, a rotation from the shoulders, and just keep pushing through the hands, spreading the fingers wide. And stay with a breath again here. Inhale, right leg will release and maybe rise a bit. And on the exhale, we're going to bend that right knee, bring it all the way in towards the chest, step the right foot between the hands. So just go ahead and glide that left foot as far back as it can go, making sure that your right knee stays on top of the right ankle, and just stay there. And let's just keep it there for a few breaths before we go further down. Make sure that the left leg is nicely extended, that your left heel is up, and that you feel that stretch going deep along your left thigh. Great. And at this point, we're going to go down in a moment. So you could either fold your mat under your left knee, or you could place any extra cushioning that you know that you might need once we bend that left knee. So whenever you're ready, bending the left knee, untuck the toes, and just go ahead and place that right foot a bit further to the right, towards the edge of the mat. Taking the right arm from the inside, and staying just here is already quite intense. But if you feel that it will be a nice cruise to take it a bit further, you can maybe start walking your hands towards the top of the mat. You can maybe bend the elbows. You could bend one elbow and let the other arm stay extended. Or eventually you could bring both all the way down onto the floor. Again, useful here to have something to support your head if your head does not reach all the way down. And that can be anything from like your own body, like it could be your hands into fists, or it can be, again, a few books, a yoga block, or anything that has the right height to support the head. And just stay there. We're going to stay for a couple of minutes, I'd say. And as we're staying here, just establish again support. Right foot, left knee, top of the left foot, your forearms or your hands touching down. And just releasing, melting through those points. And once you've made that connection, start noticing the breath here. Start noticing how your breath can affect that release. And it's okay to take a moment and come back. Maybe allow the muscles in the joints to take a moment and then get back into it. And always keeping in mind that idea of leaning against the edge and not exceeding it. We're not trying to push anything here. We're just exploring the elasticity. For 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Softly taking your hands back. Nice. Tucking the toes of that left foot. Extending the left leg, keeping the pelvis quite high so you can bring that right leg back. And from there, just start pedaling the knees. And as you do that, you can move towards the downward dog. Nice. For 3 and 2 and 1. And again, you can stay in your downward dog for a few breaths. Pushing through the hands, rolling from the shoulders, hinging from the hip joints, heels dropping down. Lovely. Looking forwards and start walking towards your hands. Exhale, release in a deep forward fold and stay. Your knees can be soft, not locked, and just feel the whole body releasing forwards. Finding length across the back of the legs. And think of your whole spine lengthening, your back opening as you're here. That's lovely. For 3 and 2 and 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, just gently bending the knees, start rolling up vertebra by vertebra and all the way up to standing. Nice. From there, inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, bring it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, the back opens parallel to the ground. Exhale, release, hands to the ground. Come and walk both feet back and onto your downward dog. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale, now your left leg will rise, reaching up. And on the exhale, bend that left knee, bring it all the way in towards the chest. Come and step the left foot between your hands. Sliding the right foot back. Making sure the right leg is extended, right knee stretched. And just holding it for a moment. Letting the pelvis drop. Letting the leg extend. And in a moment, we're going to transition to the next step. So taking your left hand from the inside of your left foot, stepping that left foot to the edge of the mat. And from there, you can fold your mat under your right knee, or you can place that cushion under the right knee, or anything you find useful and important. And once that's ready, you can go ahead and bend the right knee, untuck the toes, and just stay there for a moment, allowing the body to adjust. And then eventually, just maybe walking your hands towards the top. Or start bending the elbows, maybe one forearm coming down. And then maybe both. And then just letting the head release. And we're going to stay here for a few minutes. Finding and trusting those points of contact. Releasing through those points of contact. And checking in with the breath, noticing the softness, noticing the depth, noticing the places that it opens as you're breathing in, and the way it allows you to release further as you're breathing out. Nice. Mm. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. And from there, softly start bringing your hands back in full support. Tucking the toes of that right foot, extending the right leg, gently lifting the pelvis so you can release that left leg and bring it back to the downward dog. And just pedaling the knees here. The idea is to ease the hip joints. So go for that. Then you can try just making little circles, like think of your knee, one knee at a time, drawing little circles there. So you can have a full rotation at the hip joint. That's it. And then finding your downward dog and hold. Inhale, looking forward, start walking towards your hands. Exhale, release now, forward fold. Exhale, letting go. With every inhale, you feel the expansion on the back. With the exhale, we're allowing the upper body to release a bit more. Knees are soft, not locked. Head is heavy. Nice. Holding it there for 3. And 2. And 1. And from there, just bending the knees. And you can start rolling up vertebra by vertebra very slowly. Your head will come up last at the very, very end. And inhale, slowly, arms reaching up. Exhale, gently coming down, forward fold. Inhale, opening the back half lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Shifting the weight to the right foot and stepping the left foot back. Both legs extended, feet parallel. Stay there. And here you could keep your hands along your right shin for support. You can keep them on the floor on either side. If you cannot reach, you can always get a couple of books or 2 yoga blocks or anything that would provide the necessary height for that kind of support. Ideally, the spine is extended. But we're aiming for that nice stretch for both legs. Nice. Gently bending that left knee, taking the left heel off the ground so we can bring both feet together towards the top of the mat. Back to the forward fold. And from there, that's your right foot stepping back, going for the other side. So again, the same thing. Hands can stay on your shin, left shin, or onto the floor, or you could even keep them around your back. That takes a bit more of a balance challenge. But if you're up for it, go for it. Breathing softly for 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Now go ahead and bend that right knee, taking the right heel up, and just go ahead and push that right foot, sending it forwards. All the way back to the forward fold, releasing where you are. Nice. Softly bend the knees and just start rolling up vertebra by vertebra. All the way up very, very slowly. Your head is going to come up at the very end. Nice. And inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, letting your head drop, arms coming around your back, interlacing fingers. Inhale, rolling shoulders up. Exhale, back and down, opening the chest. And just think of the chest opening up and letting the eyes turn to look up too. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1. Keeping your fingers interlaced. Gently bend the knees and start hinging forwards. So the arms are going to go behind your back. Just keep your fingers together. And as you're moving down, you can keep extending the legs to the degree that feels good for you right now. Letting the arms heavy here, letting the knees soft, letting the head heavy too. For 3. And 2. And 1. Letting the knees gently bend, letting the arms release. Slowly rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. Very, very, very slowly. Coming all the way back up to standing. And inhale, arms will rise. Exhale, bringing it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, think of the back opening, half lift. Exhale, down again, forward fold. Inhale, bring it up, arms opening from the sides, reaching up. Exhale, hands to chest. And now just go ahead and step one foot back behind you and turn sideways on your mat. Nice. So we're in a nice grand stance with a nice wide opening along the legs. Inhale, arms opening to the sides. Exhale, shoulders release. Inhale. And on the exhale from the hip joints, we're going to tilt forwards, arms reaching out. There we go. Eyes looking down. Great. 3 and 2 and 1, and slowly from the hips joints, moving down, letting the arms release, taking it for a wide-legged forward fold. Let it release. What you could do is place your hands, if your hands reach the ground, you can start walking them towards the back. So let them go as far back as they can go. And just stay there. Nice. And gently releasing, bringing the hands back into the center. And we're going to keep the right hand in the middle and just open the left arm all the way up. Eyes turning to look up too. Three and 2 and 1. Exhale, release. Right hand, left hand coming down. And we're going to start walking the hands towards that right foot. And along with the hands goes the body. So your torso is going to reach closer and closer to that right leg. And just hold it there. Holding 3 and 2 and 1. And gently release, bring it all the way back to the center. And we're going to take it over to the other side. So that's your left hand coming into the center and right arm reaching all the way up. Eyes turning to look up too. Breathing in. On the exhale, we'll let everything release, coming down. And slowly start transitioning over towards that left foot, left leg. So your whole body reaching towards that left leg. Coming all the way back to the center. Great. And now, whichever is the top of your mat, just turn that foot to point towards the top of your mat. And then bending that knee, come and place both feet facing forwards. Exhale, release in a nice forward fold. Gently bend the knees and just start rolling up, vertebra by vertebra, and all the way up to standing, your head coming up last. Very, very end. Inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, bringing it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, the back opens, half lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, slowly, arms reaching up. And exhale, hands to chest. Nice. Now take a moment and bring it all the way down onto the ground in a nice lying down position for the next few minutes. Allowing the body to find the ground. Allowing everything to release. Taking a moment to let those body parts connect to the area and to the surface of support. And just establishing again and again that connection, that contact. It's just that mental reassurance that, everything is safe, that allows you to let go. So stay with that. Stay with the support. Stay with that sense of expanding and releasing as you're breathing in and out. And in your own way, You can start waking everything back, inviting the body back to the day, moving fingers, toes, hands and feet, stretching arms and stretching legs, reaching, opening, expanding, twisting, turning, and eventually just rolling over to one side and bringing it all the way up to sitting. Just finding your sitting bones here, finding your back, length and width and space. Taking a nice deep breath, arms will rise, reach. Exhale, finding center, hands to chest. Finding your center, your balance. And inhale, opening eyes, minds, and hearts. Thank you very, very much for joining today. Have a lovely rest of the day. Have a lovely holiday. And I'll see you next time.